What's good, YouTube? The Unstable Dosminal here with another video. And in this video we will be going over my top 10 favorite Pokemon. Some of these will be obvious, especially the number one spot. No brainers there. So I may or may not include the number one spot because duh. But some of these Pokemon you might expect, it's like, oh, everyone likes that Pokemon. Some of these you may not expect. For example, number 10 is Spiritomb. Now, why Spiritomb? Well, I am a big fan of lore and mythology, especially Greek and stuff. Like, over there on my wall I have a poster that's to do with the Inca timeline. But we're not here for that. We're here for Pokemon. Anyway, the story that goes behind Spiritomb is interesting. Now, 108 is a very secret number to Spiritomb. 108 defense and 108 special defense. A combination of 108 spirits. What does this mean? Well, in Japanese lore and Buddhist traditions, no, I think it's Japanese and Buddhist New Year's tradition, they ring a bell 108 times and there's 108 times represent the 108 evils / temptations, depending which version you're looking at. Now, Spiritomb is based on all these temptations and these spirits or demons or whatever you'd like to call them. Well, they're not really spirits since they're just essences of evil, but like some people may say they come from demons or whatnot, especially the temptations part. But yeah, one of my favorite things about Spiritomb is its origin of the 108 spirits being the 108 temptations and they're evil and blah 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 blah. Not only that, but Spiritomb isn't that bad of a Pokemon competitively, only having the one weakness, which is Fairy. And it's a pretty bulky Pokemon, so like Leftovers, Calm Mind, Sweeper is a possible set. I don't know, I've never actually used a competitive Spiritomb, I just like using Spiritomb in general. Also, Ghost types are obviously my favorite type. And Cynthia's Spiritomb is amazing in the games. Not only that, but I have recently just finished rewatching all of the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl anime, and there is an episode with a rampaging Spiritomb. I actually have a few Spiritombs in my Pokemon Ultra Sun. My main one is called Wrath, because in the Diamond and Pearl episode, the Spiritomb is really angry, blah 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 blah. And so I was also trying to make a team that's based on the 7 deadly sins, and one of the sins is Wrath. And since Spiritomb is also built off 108 temptations, it could also be Lust, because it's a temptation, but because of how angry it is in the anime, I went with Wrath. And plus, I think Wrath suits Spiritomb more than Lust does, because I don't think you'd be really attracted to a Spiritomb now, would you? I hope not, because that's kind of weird. Anyway, at number 10, it is the Almighty Spiritomb. At number 9 is Lapras. I don't really have too many reasons of why I like Lapras. Like, it's not because of its origins, like it could be based off the Loch Ness Monster or anything, or it's probably more from my personal attachment in Pokemon Yellow. See, I had a Lapras in my second or third most recent playthrough of Pokemon Yellow, and it was my highest level Pokemon by the time I finished playing it, like completing the Pokedex as much as I can and whatever. It was about level 98, and it was that strong that I'd only take my Lapras into the Elite Four, and I'd beat the whole Elite Four and the champion, no problems. And I only had Lapras, so if that Lapras fainted, it would have been all over. So maybe in an upcoming video, I might try and recreate that Lapras on like an emulator of Pokemon Yellow on my computer, and then show you how powerful it can be. Because I think I ran Surf, Ice Beam, Psychic, and Thunder or Thunderbolt, maybe Blizzard, I'm not too sure actually. But yeah, number 9 is Lapras. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is I kind of like the design of Lapras. Like, I like Spiritomb for its lore and its design and its appearance in the anime. Lapras, just from what I've had in the video game and from its design, it's pretty cool. Also, when I had Pokemon Yellow and Game Boy Color, I could never find Lapras because I always thought Gyarados evolved into Lapras because I didn't get to check the internet for this. So I was fishing in this one spot because it was either a glitch or I was looking at the wrong Pokemon. But it said you could find Lapras on the bridge on the way to Fuchsia City just after Lavender Town. And I think I spent about a week or two trying to get it. And my mate used to play Chickens like, oh, I got Lapras. And then eventually I found out you can't actually find Lapras that way, it gets given to you. I was 10 at the time, I think. Yeah, about 10, I think. So yeah, Lapras is number 9. Whew. Number 8 is none other than Zekrom. Why do I like Zekrom? Well, I'm gonna be a little kid. It's a big dragon that shoots out lightning. What more do I need? Okay. Yeah, pretty much the only reason I like Zekrom is based on its appearance. Plus, it's not that bad. Like, it's not that bad of a looking Pokemon. Which one looks scarier or stronger? Reshiram or the evil looking Zekrom? I'd say Zekrom. So, to me, Zekrom is number 8. Of course. I'm a little kid when it comes to it. Number 7 is Garchomp. I'm kidding. I do like Garchomp, but from the Garchomp line, my favorite Pokemon from there is actually Gabite. Why Gabite? Well, this also comes from the Pokemon anime. There was a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon special episode where the two main characters got to find a Gabite. And because of the voice of the Gabite personality he had and how strong he came off, I instantly loved Gabite. Like, in game, unless if I don't have to complete the Pokédex or I'm not doing competitive, I will usually keep a Gabite and give it an Everstone instead of a Garchomp because I feel like Gabite is better than Garchomp. That's just my honest opinion. I prefer Gabite over Garchomp. Now, we all know what pseudo legendaries are, right? We all have them. Well, my number 6 is none other than Tyranitar. Mainly because Tyranitar is a powerful Pokemon. It looks pretty cool. It's got a pretty cool typing as well, Rock Dark, or as in Japanese, Rock Evil. And not only that, but I think in one of its Pokédex entries that like the tip of its tail is powerful enough to like destroy a mountain or something. Maybe I'm getting that confused with another Pokemon. But yeah, like it's a pretty powerful Pokemon, and competitively it's pretty good as well with its Sandstorm ability, setting up Sandstorm, which then gives its special defense and increase, which is really good against its water weakness, its grass weakness, and its fairy weakness. Doesn't help with that quad weakness to fighting though. Doesn't really help with the ground weakness either. But as a Pokemon, it's still pretty good. And then what number is this? 5, I think. Wait, let's see. It was Spiritomb, and then it was Lapras, then it was Gabite. No, Zekrom, Gabite. Tyranitar. So this is number 4. Number 4. My 4th favorite Pokemon is Croagunk. Why Croagunk? Well, once again, Pokemon anime. Brock's Croagunk, to be particular. Brock's Croagunk in particular. With the reoccurring of Brock flirting with chicks and then Croagunk comes in, poison jab. That's really funny, but not only that, but like how serious and powerful his Croagunk is. Like, eventually it knocks out Saturn's Croagunk in one hit with Brick Break, which I know types don't really mean much in the Pokemon anime, because like Brick Break is 0.25 times effective on 0.5 times effective on Toxicroak, yet it one-shot it in this particular episode, which it's in about the 150s or 160s, around there. The Lake Cheer teleport them in. Brock sends out his Croagunk, the Croagunk and Toxicroak rivalry keeps going on, and then Croagunk lands that one Brick Break and Toxicroak faints straight away. That's all she wrote. So, gone. My third favorite Pokemon is Vaporeon. This is due to the first time I owned Pokemon Yellow. I actually never completed it because I didn't know that in the Silph Code building, that one of those warp panels that you land on, you can just walk off it and get the card key. I did not know that until about 3 or 4 years ago. Like, I'm 20 right now, and so 10 years ago I didn't figure that out. So I never figured that out. So all I would do is grind against any Pokemon and fight anything I could, because I had gotten 6 out of the 8 badges because I hadn't gotten Sabrina or Giovanni's because I didn't know how to do the Silph Code thing. And because of that, I ended up having a level 78 Vaporeon, and the rest of my team were in the 50s or 60s. But yeah, my Vaporeon was my highest level Pokemon, and because of it, I instantly fell in love with it, because it's like, we all have those nostalgic feeling memories from a Pokemon game, or like a single Pokemon that you see and it just brings back a memory from ages ago, and like, I remember this made me so happy. And so that's that. That's pretty much the only reason I really like Vaporeon, because I don't really use Vaporeon in competitive. I just like the design and that one memory that I had with a over-leveled Vaporeon that knew Surf, Ice Beam, Acid Armor, and I'm not too sure what else it had. Oh yeah, the reason I keep licking so much is because I've got like a wind rash forming, and it's really irritating. So just ignore that. I'm not poking my tongue at you, and I don't have anything wrong with me. And then my second favorite Pokemon is Grovyle. I'd say Grovyle / Primal Dialga, because even though Primal Dialga is not canon, I'm a huge fan of the Mystery Dungeon games, and Primal Dialga's design is amazing. The first time I ever beat it, like, I'm not someone who gets excited too much, or I'm not really a dancer, but the first time I finally beat Primal Dialga, I jumped off the couch and started dancing for about 5 minutes straight. Yes, I was dancing 5 minutes, and I had never really danced in my life. That's how happy I was, and like, the memory from it is just, even to this day, just talking about, like, my heart is getting excited. It's like, it was so great. I felt like I had achieved something truly, like, I really achieved something that was worth something, or worthwhile. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so I'd say Primal Dialga, but obviously, because this is also a Mystery Dungeon game, my other second favorite Pokemon is Grovyle. Yes, out of the whole starter line and all that, and the only starter on here is Grovyle, and it's actually the middle stage evolution, and that's because of Grovyle's appearance in the special Mystery Dungeon episode. Grovyle's appearance throughout the whole Mystery Dungeon games like how strong he is, how cool he comes off, how he goes from a bad guy and it turns out he's the good guy, and he's pretty strong actually. Like in the game, let's say you got your main character, the one you control, is a fire type, and you knock out Grover in the battle you have on Azelf's Lake. He'll get back up and he'll knock you all out, and then a Pokemon appears. What is that Pokemon? Well, that Pokemon is none other than my number one, Dusknoir. And yes, I know technically it's pronounced Dusknoir, but I do not like the sound of Dusknoir. I've always called it Dusknoir, and so I'm going to continue to call it Dusknoir, even though it is my mascot and I am pronouncing it wrong. But I've already mentioned this on an earlier video, so I'm not going to go into depth. But why do I love Dusknoir? Mystery Dungeon games. I get excited when it shows up in the anime. Resemblance of Death, Pokédex entry, really, really interesting and great design. That's pretty much the reasons why I enjoy Dusknoir. So thank you for watching this video. If you liked, please share, subscribe, like, or comment. It would be greatly appreciated, and I'm going to try and make more videos, but do them properly, put the time in to edit it, focus on the community, not just on myself, and just to try and have as much fun as I can. So yeah, if you enjoy it, like, subscribe, comment, share, would be greatly appreciated. However, for now, I'm out. So, this is the Unstable Dusknoir, signing off. Ciao.